Let's talk about your win tonight.
Yeah, first of all, I'd like to thank everyone for being here. Thanks for having me. Cleveland's been amazing. Performance tonight, truthfully, I'm always a truthful guy. It wasn't the best performance I've ever produced, I'll note that. But, it is what it is. Boxing's the hardest game in the world, and if it was easy, everyone would be doing it. I'm limited in experience, only had 10 amateur fights. This was my 7th professional fight tonight. I'm not the type of young fighter who's an active fighter. I keep having fights and breaks, which can't happen anymore. But listen, we got the win, and that's all that matters, and we're straight back in the gym. I'm on to the next.
Okay, great. Open it up to questions to the media in the room.
Sonny, was his height more of a struggle than you anticipated? It seemed like he was able to duck underneath your punches and engage the clinch more often than maybe you would have anticipated.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. Listen, boxing's a funny game, and that was the first opponent I'd ever faced who was as short as that. But there's no excuses. It's just another style that I've learned now. I've been in there with, so I'm going to add it to my arsenal. And that's it, to be fair. But it is what it is, isn't it? It wasn't the best performance for myself, but I don't make any excuses. I got the win, and that's what I came here for. So I'm happy.
At this point in your career, is it not? It's just about getting the rounds in and getting those wins, right? You're still learning, you're still adjusting. So can you at least take silver lining that it might not be the most exciting fight, but it's still a win on the record?
Yeah, definitely. I'm a big believer in everything happens for a reason, and it's still a win on the record. We're 7-0 now, and we just keep pushing. We just keep pushing along, and that's what this game's about. Just taking it slow and steady, and that's how you win the race. I feel like the more fights I have, the better I'll get. The more rounds underneath my belt, the better I'll get. So it's all plus points to take from this. As I say, straight back in the gym, straight back in learning. But the thing I need most is fights, and that's what I intend to do. Over this next year or so, going into the new year, I really want to be active. I don't care who's in the opposite corner as long as I'm in there on fight night. Underneath the lights, in front of the crowd. I just want to add, the crowd was absolutely amazing tonight. Thank you to everyone in Cleveland who showed up and supported, and a big shout out to everyone in the UK that stayed up late and tuned in to watch me fight. Really appreciate it, guys. I wouldn't be here without you.
Obviously, people are going to want to know, what did you think of the main event between Dave and Tyron?
I didn't think anything, to be fair. The man can say what he wants about my performance, but he went 8 rounds with a guy who just walked forward like a plank of wood and didn't throw a shot. And every time Tyrone did throw a shot, he nearly knocked him out. I can't remember what round it was. He hit him with a straight right, number 4, nearly knocked Jake Paul out. Didn't know what day it was. But Jake Paul's one of them. You'd be surprised if you see him in the ring again, because I don't think Jake Paul's got a lot of balls. It's obvious. He got asked about me in the post-fight interview. I didn't have nothing to say. He confronted me in the hallway there. Had his all about 15, 20 team of him jump all over us. We was there. We was ready to fight there and then. He's big in front of cameras but small by himself. And Jake Paul realised tonight how hard sport boxing is, and he got clipped with a little shot. So imagine if he got hit and dropped. I don't know if you'll see Jake Paul back in the ring again.
What happened in the hallway? Talk us through it.
Well, it just transpired about 10 minutes ago. I was doing an interview down there, and his whole team landed. Jake Paul squaring up to me, but then he seen me at ringside. I was leaning over the ropes, waiting to get in there. Here was Logan. No, not right now. They ain't fighters. I've said this from word 1. If you want this fight, I'm here and I'm ready to go. There's no running, there's no playing. And it's fine if you don't want the fight, just say it. You can put everyone's mind to rest, then stop bullshitting all the time and just say it how it is. You either want the fight or not. I want the fight, and if you don't, just say it. We can move on. I can go my way, you go your way, but stop using my name.
How close did it get to fisticuffs out here?
I would say pretty close. I mean, I've not watched it back, but I was ready to throw hands there and then. This man's all in front of the cameras, but he doesn't understand that me and my team will go now. We don't care about how many years are you. We'll get stuck in. So he can count his blessings in the hallway, really.
Who broke it up?
Hey?
Who broke it up?
40 of his security team broke it up because the man can't fight. He can't fight at all. Imagine him on the street fight, please. It won't last 2 seconds. If he had no security team there with him, he would have walked straight past me.
So, Tommy, what do you think you have to do